Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Jay's on Hots here, coming at you with another episode of our Road to London. This one's not going to be super long because it's kind of late. Just got done gaming with my buddy Shane. We're going to play a few games here. I'm going to try to see if I can fit all four in, but if not, then we shall see. I'm going to play at least a couple. But we'll have to see how many we get done. Right. 2 mulligan. We can't get an Arvin to save our lives anymore. I'm telling you, it is rigged. Rigged, I tell you. Really? Playing against this again. What are the odds? I tell you, what are the odds? I guess now that this is out, maybe a little higher than normal. Yeah, it's a pretty rough start. We could Fighting Gong to at least grab another basic, so we don't automatically lose the game next turn. Fluttermane? What? Weird. I have no idea what Fluttermane is doing in this deck. Alright, so got 1 Lunatone, 1 Solrock prized, 1 Goldango, or no. Go. 1, oh, not a boss. Yeah, see, all 4 Arvins are just chilling in there. Nest Ball prized. Got a Superior prized. And a Fighting. No. Okay. Not a whole lot of points to playing Fighting Gong here. I don't think we need to show. I don't think they have, despite playing a grass deck, I don't think they played Badoo. So I think I'm just gonna minor errand running. We'll just play this a little slower. We've got boss, so we can boss next turn. We're gonna skip the rocks this game, it looks like. We're skipping rocks. Ew. Mean. Why you gotta be so mean? Okay, so I could Arvin. But here's the funny thing, is so if Fluttermane is up here, then I can't use my ability. I can't coin bonus for 2. But if I Gust, then I could. I'd have to attach the energy. Yeah, I'd have to get lucky. We are gonna do that still. I'd have to get lucky with the draw, but boy, do I roll the dice or did I just go after the Chikorita? I think I go after the Chikorita. That way I can draw. Yeah, I'm not dependent on drawing something that gets me energy here. Yeah, I would have lost that bet. steals that were in there. Magikarp F, whatever that means. What's up, Red Dragon? Arven, Nestball, and Balloon to get Solrock Lunatone, and maybe a way to get Genesect. Yeah. I do also have one other option here. If he doesn't bench anything else, which, yeah, he's gonna. I run an Iron Bundle, so I could still force the Flutter Mane away so that I can draw. If I go for Nest Ball, I could do that. But I don't know if that's the best play. We'll see what they end up with here. Kind of tough for them to get to enough energy to knock me out without the Meganium, so that's why I went ahead and took out the Chikorita. That's part of the reason. You know, it's funny, I only need one energy for the Flutter Mane because its weakness is metal. So, fun facts. Yeah, it's not Klefki. It doesn't shut off all abilities. Like, and if this puts me up 2 prizes, that's probably enough that I don't really have to worry. And you know, I don't think I have to set up Solrock Lunatone this game. It doesn't really make much sense to do that here. Oh, the irony. I can't draw when it's active, but I could draw from the bench with my coin bonuses. So normally where I would utilize the air balloon to pivot these back and forth so I can always draw 2. This time I'm going to do it just to make sure I can draw 1. It's kind of... Oh, okay. Or they could just concede. It's kind of silly, but that's what I would have done. You know, drawing some is better than drawing none, right? But I'll take that quick win. Especially on a night where we're kind of playing into the late hours to try to hit our game numbers. So in case you're wondering, you know, Jay, why 7? We're on a pretty good run today, 4-0. I'll take it. But it's because I'm trying to ramp up my daily game count for EUIC next week. I've been being a little bit lazy because I trained really hard for Toronto regionals. And I got ready to go on the trip. Friday morning before the tournament, I went to the airport and I was there for the 5 a.m. flight and it got canceled. And I was heartbroken. And I didn't want to play the game for like a couple of weeks. So, I haven't. I've played a little, you know. I've played 3 to 5 games a day, maybe. So I'm like not playing a ton, but when you look at these major championship tournaments, thing is constant drawing with your cards and getting energy discarded to get superior ready, and then you can mostly draw Genesect anyways. Yeah, that's true. Wow, this is the same deck. I don't know if this is the same player. I didn't memorize the name. But our turn's pretty simple. Not a great starting hand. I've been having like a lot of not great starting hands today, but you wouldn't know it from my win-loss record so far. I usually draw into something, but this one looks particularly bleak. Anyway, when you go to these tournaments, it's, you know, you're playing 8 Swiss rounds. So Swiss rounds are best 2 out of 3 at regional championships. So you're playing somewhere between 16 and 24 Pokemon games in one day. And some BAs might happen where you can't get energy back, so you want to attack with Solrock. Yeah. That is possible. I mean, in the early game, I want to be attacking with Soul Rock anyway. So yeah, if I'm needing to play 16 to 24 Pokemon games in one day, you don't just go from 0 to that. You know, you got to ramp up. So I'll be ramping up to like 8, 9, 10 over the next, few days, and then in the days before, I'm going to try to be hitting at least like 12, 14 games a day. But yeah, this is a terrible hand. I almost just want a Turo and just say, never mind. But let's see if we can stay in the game. My only question is, do I Air Balloon Retreat and offer up the Iron Bundle? And I think that's the right move. I'll at least force them to have a Gust to knock this out this turn. Because they probably have Meganium this turn. And I think getting 2 more energies with Minor Errand running. Yeah. I mean, I could Minor Errand running and grab a couple energies to thin my deck, but then if I end up with just Iron Bundle, there's no point. But if I do miraculously draw an Arven or an S-Ball or, just Genesect or whatever. This is the right play, but you gotta do the fun play. Don't worry, I will Turo next turn if I don't get anything. That'll be the fun play. I have fun, okay? It's all supposed to be in good fun, right? I just can't believe I'm losing to this deck. That's all. Oh, what the heck is that? Interesting. Oh, great. Another air balloon. Cool. Thing's got a 2 retreat cost. Do I gust it? Sure. I gust it. Yawn. Mega Venusaur. Meganium. Bailey. Lilies. Every once in a while you break it. It happens. It doesn't happen often with Goldango. But, sometimes. Gotta get those bricks out. I mean, realistically, yeah, this is Bug Cannon. Yeah. It's 20 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon for each. So yeah, now it's got 4 because of Meganium. So yeah, now it snipes this. Feels bad. And of course it's Arven, so we have to keep playing. Yeah, I mean that's really the only option is the Buddy Buddy Poffin for these two. Doesn't really help us, but we gotta keep playing. Nah, you gotta Nest Ball for Fez? No. Too much gambling, man. I will tell you this much though. Now we have 2, so now it's Minor Errand. Yeah, you know, I can see the nest ball Fez play. That does make sense. Probably would be better than what I did. Because yeah, this is kind of painful. Even if I can lane his aid for getting 2 of them back next turn, it's not like it really matters. Because they're so far ahead at this point that I don't think I could come back. Plus, it's not like I have a whole lot going on here. I still have just a dead hand. My spec is Prime Catcher. I was playing Precious Trolley up until about like a week ago. It's what I was gonna play in Toronto, but I see so many people. Yeah, so Fighting Gong doesn't really do anything for me. I can get Soul Rock or Lunatone, but not both. So you know, it's just Lena's aid for all 3 of those. And I guess we'll thin. And we'll have all the energies. I feel like this is the right music for this game. Fitting very well. Well, I grabbed the fighting energy off the gong because if I do get something here to get the Goldango, I want to have enough to be able to knock out. I mean, in a perfect world, I'd be knocking out the Mega Venusaur, but excuse me, girly. And of course, it's an Earthen Vessel. I think we're okay. I think we're good here. I'm just gonna go ahead and scoop. I probably would have scooped a turn or 2 ago if I was playing in regionals. So let's go ahead and go on to the next. Yeah, sometimes you brick. That's the moral of the story. Hi, girlie, what you doing? Cat is just staring at me. Come here. Come on, come sit with me. Alright, 2 more, and then bedtime. Red Fox. I don't remember the name of the last guy, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't Red Fox. God, I hope it wasn't Red Fox. Tired of playing against that grass deck already, and it's only been 2 games. I was tired of it halfway into the first game. And he didn't even have anything. Honestly, that was 2 bricks back and forth is what I had with that guy. I can't even see what Pokemon came in the chat because my cat is sitting in the way. Oh, I mean, this start isn't so bad, but it's still pretty bad. If I had Trolley, it would be fine. But because it's Prime Catcher, that's not good. Ooh. I didn't see the artwork on the fan call from the new set. That's pretty cool. I've not seen that yet. Fan calling with style. Apparently those are going to be legal now. Which is cool. I mean, that's how it always should be. I don't see why identical reprints couldn't be legal before the release date. That just seemed petty in the rules. Doesn't make any sense. There's no functional difference between the cards, so why not let us play the better looking ones? Wow, that's a lot. That's a lot of birds. Okay, so Vessel lets me get a knockout here. That's good. I can knock out the Charmander. Okay. So is it Gong or is it Nest Ball? I think it's Nest Ball. And then it's Vitality Band. We're gonna Artisan. The unfortunate part of this is I don't get a Gimme Ghoul on the field unless I draw it from the Lunatone Lunar Cycle, draw something to get that. But I don't have to choose right away here. Yeah, and I can afford to throw away one of my 3 gold Gimme Ghouls for now, or Goldingos for now. So I don't. Well, no, I'll throw away an energy. I don't need the double steal. I need a double fighting though. And then yeah, it's Lunatone. And let's see what we can get off of that. Another Artisan, but that doesn't let us get any basics, which is kind of sad. But yeah, it's always next turn. We'll retreat. Band, energy, and we'll at least stop them from Charizarding next turn. No Zard for you. No lizards. I know, I'm KOing. I'm KOing. KOing as fast as I can. To be honest, I think if I couldn't get 2 Gimme Ghouls, it might have been better for me to have 0. Because at the end of the day, now I'm kind of glad I have the Artisan. Unless I get, oh no, I did not. Okay, so I have 2 choices here. I can Arven for... I can Arven for... Buddy Poppin'. Or I can go for the Prime Catcher. I think I have Prime Catcher to hit Charmander again. And then I can just Artisan for 1 Gimme Ghoul. It kind of stinks, but I think it's still the right move. Yeah.
New follower detected.
Shinsho, thank you very much for the follow. Much appreciated. But yeah, this is where Prime Catcher makes the difference. Couldn't do this if I had Trolley. And then do I attach? I feel like this deck is liable to hit me with the Iono, so I will. But I don't know that I really have to, but I'll do it anyway. Nest Ball, let's go. Yay! We got the scoop. Scoop, scoop, doop. All right. We've had some quick ones here. Oops. There we go. But we'll take it. Overall, we're doing some things today. We're 4 up. I like it. Oh. Let's just get it all. And catch them all. All right, one more. Starting to get loopy, so it's definitely time to go to sleep. But I got one more game in me. The number of times that I have not regretted saying just one more is very small. When you get to the point in the night where you're saying, okay, just one more, that's the time usually to pack it in and go to bed, you know? If you're saying just one more, it's because you're tired and you need sleep. That's not usually the time to play a competitive card game. But it's okay. I actually don't have to get up for work for another 8.5 hours still, so we're okay. I'm okay playing one more. I'll still get some good sleep. I have been streaming over 6 hours though, so that's nice. I got some content to chop up and send over to YouTube for tomorrow. I will not be streaming tomorrow night because I will be going to our local League Cup. I kind of hate the event. They run the cup on a weeknight. They don't start it till 6, which makes sense because people can't really... I can't even really get there until 6, but... then they always start it late because people are running late. And inevitably the tournament goes until like the Swiss rounds go until like 10 or 11. And then finals can go as late as like 1 or 2 at night. I'm like, what are we doing here? But they refuse to run it on a weekend, and I need the points. So I guess I'll go and play. We got a match. Ooh, we're going way down in the ranks, but that's okay. That doesn't really mean a whole lot at this time in the season. That could just be somebody that hasn't played much in the last week since the ladder reset. Did I just not start? Like, I run 3 Soul Rock. Specifically, since this will happen as much. At least I've got all the stuff for Soul Rock, but of course I lost the coin toss, so I'm not going first. But I can still do some stuff at least. Grab. I mean, I wish I could grab a Gimme Ghoul. I run 4 of those so that I'll start with 1. But I mean, it's not over yet. You know, we can thin a little bit with getting our 2 Goldengos out of the deck. And then we can still draw. Nope. No. Now, see, I could win right now if it was turn 2, but it's not. I don't think they... Yeah, no, they don't run Badoo. I'm not worried about getting... I'm more worried about getting Iono'd than I am about getting Badooed against this deck. Excuse me. Whew. Like I said, sleepy time. The debate rages on whether... I mean, they're gonna retreat the Charmander, obviously, and put the Tatsuguri up. So the question is, if it's a choice between getting Prime Catcher or Buddy Buddy Poppin', which one I do? I guess that's gonna depend on what I draw off of the Lunar Cycle. But yeah. I think it's still Prime Catcher if it's just one Charmander, but it... Oh, okay. So I don't think this is the... Yeah, this doesn't look like it's the Hoot Hoot version. This seems like more of a standard Zard. The old school Zard. It's going to call for family, though, so there's no way there's going to be just one Charmander. So I think now that I Buddy Poffin, even with one Gimmighoul, I think now I set up for Goldango. I can still take the knockout, obviously, but yeah. And actually look, how many Gimmighouls do I have in here? All 3. And the Poffin is in here. What's prized? Gotta be 2 Vessel. 2 Superior? Ooh, that's not great. I don't like seeing my Superiors in the prizes. Nope, those are all there. 1 Gimmighoul. Okay. Fair enough. There's not really that much more value to knocking out the bench Charmanders. One of the 2. Yeah. So he's going to look a little weird. But I'm nearly positive that I'm not going to Prime Catcher unless I draw into the Buddy Poffin off of this. Otherwise, I'm going to Arven for the Buddy Poffin. So, and one of the Goldangos is prized. So I don't really need 3 Gimmighouls on the bench this turn. So I'm going to see what I draw out of this. And then I'll, unless it was Buddy Poffin, then we're Arvening for that. Yeah. I mean, I guess if he knocks out if he gusts and knocks out one of my Gimmighouls, I'll be a little sad, but fine. I mean, I guess I could just Nest Ball for the other. I don't even think I need to put a target on one. My only question is, do I Nest Ball for that, or do I save the Nest Ball for Fez next turn? I think that's the play. Yeah. If I only have 1 Goldango, that'll be fine. It's not going to make a big difference. The difference of draw 2 cards, where Nest Ball could let me draw 3 next turn with Fez after the knockout. So yeah, I think we're good. We'll just attack and see what he's got. He's probably got Rare Candy and then evolving everything. That would be my guess. Only one way to find out, I suppose. Let him play his turn. Let him cook. Okay, well. Phillies. Well, it's not going to be 2 Charizards this turn, but... Wow, no Pidgeot this turn, then. Okay. And then on to the Lilies. So he's still looking for Rare Candy Charizard. And he's got another 3 cards with Fez. If he doesn't get that out of 11 cards, it's just unlucky. So sometimes you whip it, you know? I mean, if you whip the candy, then you don't get it. So the fact that he doesn't have the candy makes me really want to hone in on the Charmeleon. But I also could go after... I was going to say, I could go after the Pidgeotto. And I think him having the Pidgey doesn't really change that. Because if he's lacking the Rare Candy, then it stops him from starting any of it. But if he's got 2 Charmeleons, then yeah. I could also just go after the Fez and just try to go up, but that puts him at 270. Where without this, he can only do 240. So he actually doesn't have the return knockout. So I think I actually prefer knocking out the Charmeleon. See, I don't actually have the energy to do that yet, unfortunately. Oh, no, I do. So what am I thinking? I have a Vessel. And Lena's Aid. But, well, I can't play Lena's Aid and Boss. But yeah, I have the energy in it. Yeah. So if this is Vessel, I think I'm just getting rid of this. Yeah. Yeah, so because I don't have the band, I do need to discard 3. That's fine, though. I'm probably going to get a superior out of the prizes at some point here. We got 2 of them in there, so odds are it's probably this one or the next one is one of those. Soon. I could have also nest balled for the... Especially now that I have the Fez in hand, I probably should have nest balled for the Gimme Ghoul. But yeah, I'll be very interested to see what his answer is here, because he doesn't have knockout on Goldango. He could, well, I was going to say Gust, but there goes the Counter Catcher. Still could have Gust in his hand, but could Gust up the Genesect for a knockout here. Alright, so we're at Charizard. Ooh, and the Iono. Nice. I had a couple things in hand that I could have used there, but yeah, I mean, Superior is the answer. I need 7 energies, so I'll have 7 once this, if this metal goes in. If not, then I only need, well, I still need 7. I mean, I only need 6, because I've got that already. So then I look and see if I can get that with a Burning Darkness for 240. Yeah. As far as I know, this deck doesn't really do chip damage that I know of. Yeah, and that's why the concession comes in. Because he's like, well, I'm already too many turns behind. I probably would have waited to see if I had the return KO, but I could have put something together. If not on that, then on either the... Then probably on the Fez, if not on the Charizard. So yeah. That's convenient. I didn't mean to go until I ranked up into Ogerpon here, but pretty good. We started the day in Mewtwo. So that's good progress. So we march our way towards Master League. 6-1. Pretty good day. And I know a bit of a shorter episode for everybody watching on YouTube. But if you are watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode.